Hey everyone, Updog here, and today we're going to be talking about Crucible Season 6 Week 5 recap. I did have quite a few interesting matches that I wanted to share with you guys. Kind of give you some ideas on what teams counter what. There was kind of a big shift in the community on defense this week. So in case you see that for the next week, Week 7, thought I would put this out there to show you what you can use to counter some of those teams that was pretty common to be placed on defense. So in round 1, the main things I wanted to show in round 1, so this was a Secret Defenders, Skrull, and Kingpin team. Now I did use a Hive Mind Skrull. It felt like it was going worse than what this result shows here. So let's take a look and see how it went here. So I did drop Venom for the 2 heroes, 2 villains for my Skrull. They also have 2 heroes and 2 villains on their end because of the Kingpin. But what's nice about this is because of the minion from Kingpin, we got an early speed bar boost from Carnage passive. So yeah, like I said, it's not looking so good on my end, right? But I got a good rewind there and an ability block, but it did trigger the Skrull, dropped him below, so he healed up and he cleansed and all that. So that wasn't great. Carnage getting stunned there wasn't great either. But that huge ult from my Skrull saved the day for me. So the other one I wanted to show you from round 1 was the biggest Infinity Watch I've personally ever seen. It was a 2.68 million Infinity Watch. I was doing about a 600k punch up on this. I love using this team. It works spectacular. You don't need big time Spider-Man, and I'll show you what I do to kind of help you get through this without big time. So I go ahead and I special on Gamora. Getting that offense down on Gamora is kind of crucial, and you don't want to use the Mysterio special on anybody. You don't want to use that until Gamora's taken her first turn. So you want to save that. That's one of the main keys, because so Nebula right there, she just hit one of the symbiotes, so that'll clear her revive. And so you don't want to blind Gamora because you actually want her to hit your team, so that way her revive gets removed. And so then once she does that, then you can go ahead and use the Mysterio special. But I usually focus down Moondragon first. You can usually get her down before they take a turn. And then I go into Phyla. You can ability block Phyla with Venom if you want, but sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, just kind of depends. I probably should have here, but my Quicksilver cleans that pretty quick. Now the revive is gone on Nebula, so I can just easily take her out now. I just need to wait for Adam and Gamora to take a turn, so here's Gamora's turn. She gets the revive taken off, so now I can go work on her. Adam luckily hit Venom here, which takes out the revive. That's the only thing with this match is there's no way to take out Adam's revive unless he targets one of the symbiotes. So, but it's not as big of a deal because they only take a couple of turns. You're in control the whole match, and there you have it. Big punch up, and the efficiency is just about as much as you would if you lately it's been popular to use Darkhold against this. Darkhold, it's not very efficient on the turn bonus either, so either way, you're going to get a low score on the turn bonus. So I just rather go this way. I'd rather be in control the whole match instead of leaving things to chance. And then the other popular team this week was the Xtreme Rogue with Black Knight. Now, the safe method is to sacrifice it and then go in. Well, what I did was I did Superior 6. There's other teams that can beat this, like MOE or maybe an APOC team or something, but I have APOC on defense. And so that's one of the things that why I was okay with doing a sacrifice, because I knew my defense would still take at least 1 or 2 hits, especially on 4. I was hoping my big Infinity Watch can maybe cause some problems too. So you sacrifice it with a team that has a lot of health. So any of your big characters that you have, that's what you want to use for the sacrifice. And then, like I said, I did Superior 6, so we can see how easy this is once Black Knight has exposed. And I also sacrificed the Rogue special. So you sacrifice the Nightcrawler special, the Rogue special, and then you hit pause on the sacrifice. You hit pause on the match right up here. And then you just let the timer run out. They really need to add a lose button, in my opinion, so we don't have to sit there for 5 minutes and wait for the timer to run out. But it is what it is, I guess. So now Black Knight's not retaliating. You can just focus on who you need to focus on in this match, which is going to be Forge and Nightcrawler and Gambit, because Rogue won't have her stun for quite a few turns. So overall, it's pretty easy for Superior 6 to clean this up after a sacrifice. So there you have it. That's how easy that is. So we could go over the last room, room 6. This was a pretty popular room as well, or a pretty popular team to put on defense as well. It does cause issues. This big of a Nova with a diamond on him, this big of a Thor actually did give me some trouble. I was trying to theorycraft a little bit on this team, but I ended up using like a 3-piece MOE with Zim and Hela, and that worked out well. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Just ability block the Vol, and I might have done it on Beta Ray Bill. Let's go take a look here. Can't remember exactly, because if you do the ult from Titania on Beta Ray Bill, then that gives him Disrupt as well. Okay, I did on Vol. I wanted to play it safe. And okay, then I stunned Beta Ray Bill so that he wouldn't do that reflexive taunt. So then you spread the ability block all over the place, and if they kill themselves with Zim's passive, then Valkyrie's passive does not trigger. So that's the idea behind this team, and went pretty smooth. So I did end up winning round 1. Oh, it was by 3 points though, so it was really close. I think it was my Infinity Watch, or yeah, I think they ended up using Darkhold on my Infinity Watch, and that's basically the reason that I won. So round 2 was my train wreck round, and I wanted to show some things that you can possibly try and don't try. Definitely don't try. Now, so for room 1, MOE with Eternals is technically a counter for this team in room 1. However, this big of a, well, it's a little bit of a punch up. I think it's better if you can punch down, but I will show you kind of how you attack this team, or the walkthrough of it. So with this positioning, I went ahead and specialed on Gambit so we could slow those 3 there with Kang. And then we ability block Forge so he doesn't do any crazy things. And then we stun Nightcrawler. The problem is, though, that I run into, I believe, if I remember right, is, yeah, Rogue will start taunting, and she'll do her special here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that was one of the ones maybe that was one of the matches that I lost. So yeah, do the special from Titania, because that copies the safeguard. So we do eat the Rogue special here. So I think maybe the play is to use the Titania ult onto Rogue, so she doesn't do that. Because if I had done that, I think I still would have killed Forge with the Kang ult, and would have been a lot better shape, would have gotten the win. But I tried this match a couple of times. I've known that it can work but I think I just misplayed it just a little bit. So keep those tips in mind if you do try this counter on them. It is kind of breaking up two teams like Eternals and MOE, but if you have that to spare, then it can work. Alright, so the other match that went really bad. Oh, yes. I was a victim of RNG on room 4. And basically what happened was... Skrull, on their side, targeted my Void Knight before Void Knight took a turn. If you're familiar with how that match works, you want to... Obviously, Black Knight's going to be taunting, so you want to do the Void Knight ult on Black Knight and flip everything. But I wasn't able to do that in these two matches here. Both times, Skrull went for Void Knight. It was not funny at the time, but it is what it is. I probably should have sacked it. If I would have sacrificed it first and then went in with this team, it wouldn't have been a problem at all. So that's a live and learn type moment there. See, I almost one-shot it here on the third try because Void Knight didn't get ability blocked, but still didn't go well. I did actually end up putting in Zugs in there just to make sure that that Void Knight didn't get ability blocked, but didn't work out like I had hoped. So that's a little learning lesson for you there. One other learning lesson here was room 6. I thought either MOE Doom or MOE Quicksilver could beat this SD Dorm. Now, this one was kind of pretty tough. But I tried it. I tried those, lost. So that's why I shifted gears and put the MOE to go against the Xtreme Rogue team. And so I just ended up using Superior 6, which was way easier. So that was round 2. And then round 3, some of the lessons learned here. This team here, the Black Order Quicksilver, I haven't seen that since season 5. That was kind of interesting to see that one again. I just used a Skrull team, 2 heroes, which was the Eternals, and then Kang and Moonstone, because I had them left over after some of the other attacks that I had done. So they did quick work on them. Any Skrull team with 2 heroes, 2 villains should do fine on that if you end up seeing that. I don't know how popular that one will be in the last few weeks of this season, but we'll see here. I had another Black Knight Xtreme team, so I just did the Sacrifice and Superior 6 again. The new Avengers team. So I got this huge, it's like a 2.4 Secret Defenders. Oops. Yeah, 2.46 Secret Defenders. So I'm like, well, probably shouldn't use New Warriors on that, right? I did have RNG in my favor this match because Noir didn't double target, Noir and Hardlight, didn't double target Gwen, so I was good there. So, but then I have a pretty big new Avengers team to take out. So I ended up doing Hive Mind with Zim and Hela. Because now the reason why I didn't do full Hive Mind was because I, wanted to use them. I wanted to use at least Venom and somebody else with the Mysterio and Vulture counter for Infinity Watch. And so I was like, well, I was trying to figure out the speed of all the characters. This round was a lot of calculating speed and making sure I go first and stuff. So Void Knight does go before Tigra in this case. And then when Tigra goes, then she would kill a Greg. So let's take a look at that one real quick. So Void Knight goes, I ability block Tigra. Okay, so Tigra didn't kill a Greg, but Mockingbird did. So that got some turn meter rewind on their side. And then having the minions out there just gives Hive Mind a lot of speed. We dropped a lot of people low on that attack from Red Goblin. So he gets to go again. He gets to drop more people low. And it just snowballs from there. It's super easy match. So I don't know if gray. If I would have put in 2 other characters, if it would have mattered. Obviously, they didn't take a turn, the Undying characters, but it was nice to have that little bit of a rewind on their part, just in case. So yeah, that's the quick recap of my week. Hope that gave you some ideas on what to use for next week if you end up seeing some of these teams. I have a feeling that we're probably going to see a shift from some people, especially in the higher levels. Like, I'll be in Diamond 3 now that I went 2 and 1. So I do stream Crucible every Tuesday night and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central. So if you do need help with your attacks, come on down. I love Crucible. It's my favorite game mode. I love helping people with that, so make sure to check that out if that's something that you'd be interested in. So that's all I got for you today in this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you spend those resources wisely, and we'll catch y'all later.